Okay, so hi, my name's Chloe. I only have 12 subscribers at the moment, and I'm pretty sure all of them are family or friends. And apparently there's this one fly that just wants to annoy me this whole time already. So, as you can tell by the title, I am pregnant. Not only pregnant, I'm pregnant after a miscarriage, which is freaking so scary. But I want to tell you how we found out we were pregnant, how we're feeling, and what our plans are, and how we announced too. Maybe how I'm feeling too. Like, pretty sure I already said that. This is going so great already. Okay, so let's start off with my miscarriage. I didn't think I would ever talk out about this. I've got the dogs in here too, so if you can hear rustling or flies, they're all in here. So I didn't think I'd ever talk out about this, but when I posted how my story was and how everything came along last year in, I think it was August that I posted it, but I miscarried in June. So I have had a really rough year. Not just me, my family, my husband. We have had a rough year. My husband and I in particular, because we're dealing with a work compensation issue, like with his back, and he's still in a lot of pain. And I knew a baby wasn't going to fix how things were or how we were feeling in life. Like, life is just getting us down. But I knew that our heart needed this. So did mine. My heart needed this, and so did his. So I'm really not sure how good this video is going to be. I'm so nervous. Okay. So last year, June 5th, we found out that we were pregnant with our first pregnancy and our first child. And we were so excited. We'd been trying for, I think, a year and a half or 2 years or something like that. It was, we found out just after our wedding in February. So June 5th, everything was great. That day was amazing. Jordan had just gone to the chiropractor, and then I had gone to Chemist Warehouse across the road. I wish I got my reaction on film. That was like one of my biggest regrets, that I didn't get my reaction on film. I got Jordan's, and it was just so much happiness, and I've still got that video to this day, but I think it's just a little bit too close to our hearts at the moment to share. This fly. So June 5th, I let him know he was going to be a daddy, and our literal world changed forever. I have no idea how to even explain to you how we felt. I mean, I'm sure if you've been trying for a while and you thought that you had fertility issues, you'd be over the moon also. But then 5 days after, so we had let our family know. We didn't post it on Facebook. We didn't announce it to anyone but our family and our close friends. So we let our family know. And then June 10th, at like 6 p.m, I started getting a few little pains, and then I went to the bathroom, and it was probably trigger warning here. It was just horrific and really sad, because I don't even know how to explain what happened. It was just at the start, it was implantation bleeding, and I messaged my friend who's a nurse, and I was like, I've just wiped, and this is what I've seen. And she's like, oh, okay, well, if it keeps going, make sure you go to the hospital, your doctor, blah, blah, blah. And I think our doctor was open a little bit later, so I called them straight away. I was like, hey, I've just found out I'm pregnant. I would only be 4 or 5 weeks. I haven't had a dating scan. My bloods have only just been confirmed, and I think my I know, I don't think. My HCG level was only 14, which is really low, but it's pregnant. So I think anything above 3 or 5 was pregnant. So I was 14 HCG level, and then when the doctor saw me, he was like, it's looking more and more like a miscarriage. Sorry if I'm not making eye contact with you. This is such an uncomfortable subject. So it's looking more and more like a miscarriage. But hey, at least you guys know that you can get pregnant. And I was like, oh, haha, good twist. I don't think that's what I want to hear right now. I want to hear that my baby's healthy. Our first child, like our first pregnancy. So not only did we not get to see an ultrasound of that one, we got another blood test and my HCG level was down to 3, which obviously meant that I was miscarrying. And then the whole year up until like now, so the whole year has just been everything but great. Like, don't get me wrong, like we had family around us and we moved in with my parents to get some help for Jordan's back, and both of our mental states were just not great. So it was awesome when we were there and we were with them and we got to have more family time as adults too. A little bit of time to save and a little bit of time to figure out what we wanted to do now. Sorry, excuse me. So leading up to now, it's been an okay year. Jordan has dealt with depression and anxiety. I never had the guts to go to the doctor, but we both really thought that I had some sort of depression. Like I lost the child. it was really sad, actually. I think I can only now talk about it without completely crying, because I've got this pregnancy now, and it's not replacing the last one, but I have something else to look forward to other than just living in like the dumps and like just down in the dumps this whole time. So we conceived, let's get into the fun part now. So we conceived on May 11th. I'm pretty sure that's right, May 11th, which is the day before Jordan's birthday, which is May 12th. And it is actually the exact same day that we conceived last year with our rainbow baby. So like we have our rainbow baby now. So I am over the moon. We were so surprised and so like confused at the same time because we had not stopped trying. We knew that we wanted a child and we knew that we could get pregnant. So between then and now, we've had a few scans with the doctor. We were going to do a semen analysis as well on Jordan, and I think we were going to book that in. That was in New South Wales. My last video was a cleaning video at my parents' house, just cleaning the house. So that was in New South Wales, and we are now back up in Queensland. So we didn't get to do that. I ran out of time to book the appointment, and we've had to find all new doctors and everything here. These flies are unreal. They are everywhere. I have no idea. There was never this many flies in New South Wales, I swear. Okay, back on track. So anyway, we didn't get a chance to do the semen analysis, and we kind of just thought if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I'm not going to say it'll happen when it happens, because I hated it when people said that to me, or like, at least you know you can get pregnant naturally. Shut up. No one wants to hear that. They've just lost a child, or like we had just lost a child. Anyway. So I had gotten a lot of feedback. I posted it on Facebook, my story. A lot of girls that I know have actually had miscarriages, and they have gone through hell with their families as well as like themselves and within their mental state as well, which sucks. Like 1 in 4 people miscarry, and I think it was, don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure it was 1 in 20 or something like that miscarry multiple times in a row, which is sucky, really sucky. I was so nervous because as soon as I found out that I was pregnant, I was like, oh my God, like, what if we lose this child? Like, what if we lose this pregnancy again? I don't think I could handle it. I really don't think I could. Excuse Excuse me. Okay, let's get to the day that I found out that I was pregnant. This is a bit of a shit show. I'm sorry. The day that I found out that I was pregnant. You're eating flies. The day that I found out that I was pregnant was the best day this year. I swear to God. I was so dizzy. I was not feeling myself. I was not hungry at all. Whatever food I wanted, we didn't have, and I didn't want to, like, I couldn't drive because I was so dizzy. So anyway, I just spoke my truth to Jordan. I was like, Jord, look, we tried really hard last month and I think I'm pregnant, or I'm not really sure what's going on, and can we just rule out pregnancy? I'm really not feeling well. I've got dizziness, food aversions, like, just give me all the symptoms. So he went and took me to the chemist. I got a pregnancy test. We came home. I did them straight away, and I've got the pictures here of the test. Okay, let me turn this brightness up. Okay. So I'm not sure if you can see that. I hope you can. So that was my first pregnancy test, and I got another one as well, and it was a clear blue, so it was like the digital. It's obviously like the batteries have ran out now, but so that was my first one, and it normally says to wait like 3 to 5 minutes or something like that, and within a minute, so like when you pee on a stick, you can see like when the urine goes over like where the test result comes up, and it had not even finished going over that, and there was 2 lines, like bright as day, 2 lines, and I was like, oh. I didn't record my reaction. I didn't record Jordan's reaction. I didn't record anyone's reaction. Let's be real. Okay, so I got that test, and then I was like, oh my God, no way, like, are you kidding? So then I had a few like little dip ones, and same thing, it just came up so clear, like clear as day. It was like I was pregnant. That was not a false positive, it was pregnant. So fast forward a little bit, I tell Jordan, I'm in shock. I am like in shock. This is something that we've wanted for so long. I just opened the bathroom door. I didn't even have time to put my pants on. I just had a shirt and my underwear on. And I opened the door. I was shaking. I was holding the test, and I was just like, oh my God. I was just like, Jordan. And he was playing his game right across the hall from the bathroom. And the look on his face was just like, wait, really? Like, his eyes started tearing up straight away, and it was just like the most beautiful moment. I just cry about everything, apparently. It was the most beautiful moment. It honestly was. So obviously I was scared. I went to the doctor as soon as I could, which was the week after we found out. So we found out on a Tuesday. We got the doctor appointment on the following Tuesday. And I got a ultrasound done ASAP, like to do a dating scan and to make sure everything was okay, the heart was beating, like if it had a heart by then. Don't mind how I folded this, it had to fit somewhere when we were moving. There you go. There's a cute one. So there's our little bobber, cute as hell, can't see anything. It was, I think I was 6 weeks and 3 days. So 6 weeks and 3 days when we got the scan. So I found out at 5 weeks, and we waited especially for that scan to tell everyone. So that's when I posted this picture. We posted this picture on my Facebook and my Instagram. I hope you can see all of these. So I posted that on my Facebook, my Instagram, and my husband was just tagged in them. He's not a very social media-y person. So we just used a cute little onesie and our little Polaroids. They were honestly the cutest things I have ever taken in my life. You can't even see them. So, anyways, we posted it as soon as we knew that it was kind of, yes, we're pregnant. Here you go. There you go. So we posted it for all our family and friends. We obviously let our family know first, like, hey, we're pregnant, we're gonna post it. I got so many mixed answers. Actually, I got a lot of negative answers. Like, a lot of my family, or a few of my family, were like, even Jordan's family, they were like, all right, let's wait until the 12-week mark and then you can post it. And I was like, woosah. There is no safe zone. I know people that have miscarried at 20 weeks. I know people that have miscarried at 10, at 4. Like, I just had to stand my ground and go, I would so much rather go through this with every single person that I love and them know this time, rather than Jordan and I having to go through this depressive state of losing our child or our pregnancy, whatever you would like to call it, alone. I didn't want to go through it alone. Like, not again. And I'm not in that state of mind. Like, I'm not thinking we're going to lose this child. We're not doing that. So I posted it at 6 weeks and 3 days. As soon as I got the ultrasound pictures and everything felt 10 times realer. And then since then, it has been 4 weeks. I am 10 weeks today, 10 weeks pregnant today. And at about 8 weeks and 4 days, we got another ultrasound. There's this little cutie. He was about, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet, but I'm going to say he because I don't want to say it. So he was about the size of a kidney bean then. And now, I have no idea what a kumquat is, but apparently it's the size of a kumquat. And last week it was the size of a grape. So I am over the moon. My uterus is growing rapidly. I think it's the size of a grapefruit now. Almost the size of my bladder. Actually, I don't think I remember that right. My brain is completely gone. It's gone. Anyways, so let's talk about the first trimester so far. So I've only got 2 weeks left of the first trimester, and then I'm in my second. So to start off with, like I said, my symptoms were dizziness, not very hungry, very tired. Those were probably the main three. They were probably the main three, to be honest. I'm really tired still. I got yawns everywhere. Oh, excuse me. So I had those three pretty much the whole time. But now, coming up to 10 weeks, I have like insomnia almost. I cannot get comfortable. We bought this really nice mattress like 2 years ago. Really? We bought this really nice mattress 2 years ago. It was like $5,000. The most comfortable mattress I have ever slept on in my life. And we finally got it again, and it was like the biggest letdown I have ever had in my life. I laid down and I could have almost died. Like, it was so disappointing, and I can't find a happy medium in the room with coldness. So I don't know if that's whether just like, because Jordan sleeps, like Jordan will sleep. He'll have interrupted sleep, but he will sleep. Mine, I'll sleep for maybe like 2 hours. Excuse me, I'm very gassy too. I'll sleep for like 2 hours, and then I'll just wake up sweating or claustrophobic or like, get off me. Like, just stop touching me. It's honestly, it's something else. So, can't really sleep. I'm very hot all the time, and my food aversions are crazy. Like, crazy. Like, if I feel like I want a McDonald's sausage and cheese McMuffin, I am going to go get that. I'm going to go get that sausage and cheese McMuffin, and I'm going to love life. I have not held back so far. So when I first weighed myself, when I found out that I was pregnant, so I have like a pregnancy app at the moment. I was using Flow at that time, but now I'm using like Baby Center and Ovia, which show you like the baby's growth, how big their hand would be compared to yours, like right now and stuff. So I weighed myself and I was 76.4 kilos. I was already like a little bit of a chubby girl anyway, so it's fine. I had a little bit of a belly. And then when I had my first checkup, which was about like, it's probably like a little bit before 8 weeks, I'm gonna say, like, or maybe even 7.5. So it was about a week after my first ultrasound. I had a checkup at the GP before I signed up for a birth center midwife as well. Had a checkup at the GP and they weighed me and I was 74 kilos. So I'd lost weight, which could have been normal as well, but I haven't weighed myself since. But I've still been really dizzy. I have been eating a lot more. Like some days I'll feel like eating something, but I want it like right then and there. Like not when I drive down to McDonald's or like when it's time to cook it. Like I just want it like right then and there, which is so bratty, but I cannot have it. So sometimes I'll eat and then sometimes I just won't. But the days that I eat, it's like I'm a garbage can. It's like it's bin day and I've got to eat the rest of the fridge, or like I've just bought a fucking, I've just bought a packet of like single pack Kit Kats and Maltesers. And I really wanted them at the shop and I was like, oh, these are going to be so good. I think I've only had like one. Like our fridge is just full of shit that I wanted that time. And then I just have not had it again. So I'm pretty sure that's the only updates that I have. So I'm pregnant. Well, Jordan and I are pregnant. Someone's here. So Jordan and I are pregnant. I am 10 weeks today. I am over the moon. And we are finding out the gender. We will be having a gender reveal. Just a cute little one with maybe a balloon with some balloons inside and some glitter. As far as like gender comes, we are really just hoping for a healthy baby. We just want to meet this one and get it over and done with and get the anxiousness of pregnancy out of the way. But I think last pregnancy we knew it was a boy. Like we knew it was a boy. We had no doubt in our mind it's a boy. This pregnancy, we think it's a girl, but we also probably know it's a boy because on Jordan's side and my side, the boys just outweigh the girls 100%. So he's got brothers, his dad's got brothers, his uncle has 2 boys and 1 girl, and then on my family, my dad has bred 2 or 3 boys, and mum has had 2 boys and a girl. So boys everywhere. I still think it's a girl, but hopefully you'll see that video and I'm so excited to show you how we grow and when the baby's born and everything along the way. Obviously, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I just want these for memories and I'm just so excited to grow and show you. I'm so excited to be like have my little bump. I've already grown so much, but so when I started taking photos at 5 weeks when we found out, and I had just my like little pudgy belly, and now my belly is already starting to get hard. I've got quite hard like up the top, and then down the bottom it's kind of like rounded out a little bit. So a lot of people are saying that they think it's a girl because of how I'm carrying already. So I will give you a little bump date and then I think I'll just end the video. Hope you liked this little sit down with me and how awkward I was and the flies and the dogs. Alright, let's do it. Hopefully you can see me alright. So this is my belly. I'm so excited to become a mama. So excited.